why this bust was drafted. This is a series where I analyze why a certain player was drafted so highly, and then we analyze why ultimately that player became a bust. The first up is Kwame Brown, the first ever high school player to be drafted #1 overall by none other than the GOAT, Michael Jordan, who was the general manager of the Wizards at the time. Kwame Brown was a physical freak in high school, arguably the best player in the nation, 6'11", super athletic with decent defensive instincts, was an absolute beast on the glass, and surprisingly showed some decent touch and creation, at least at the high school level. To add some context, this was 2001, so the league was absolutely being dominated by players like Shaquille O'Neal and other highly talented big men, including Kevin Garnett and Jermaine O'Neal, who both were successful high school players that were drafted into the league. People were assuming that Kwame Brown, with his crazy potential, would fall right in their suit. And honestly, on draft night, everybody was picking big men. 6 of the first 10 draft picks were all centers, including guys like Eddie Curry, Paul Gasol, Tyson Chandler, and Desanga Diop. No, honestly, Kwame Brown didn't even know if he was ready for the NBA. He was originally going to go to college, but then had a workout with the Wizards where Michael Jordan said that he was going to be the next Hakeem Olajuwon and that they wanted to take him with the first overall pick. So he ended up going to the draft and well, we know the story. Kwame Brown basically didn't play his rookie year, but once Michael Jordan came out of retirement and joined the Wizards and they made a push for the playoffs, essentially a 19-year-old Kwame who was not really ready for the league was forced to be playing NBA starter minutes. And essentially what we found out is that Kwame Brown dominated in high school and looked so good because he was just so much bigger and more athletic than everybody. Once he came to the NBA where everybody was his size and everybody was just as athletic and strong as him, his simple bullying and dunk tactics didn't work. He had lackluster touch around the rim. He really wasn't as good as a shot blocker as we assumed. And turns out he wasn't exactly 7 foot, he was more 6'10" with tiny hands. As soon as Michael Jordan retired again, the Wizards decided to blow up the franchise, and Kwame Brown became an NBA journeyman, really only getting playing time as a backup center that can get you boards.